Why are extra base hits key to isolated power (ISO) in baseball? Imagine watching a game where a hitter doesn't just get on base but really changes the game with each swing. That's what power hitters do, and their ability to hit 4 extra bases is what makes ISO such a useful stat. Isolated power, or ISO, measures how much a player's hitting is driven by power. It's calculated by taking a player's slugging percentage and subtracting their batting average. Slugging percentage shows how many bases a player earns per at-bat, giving more weight to doubles, triples, and home runs. Batting average just counts hits equally, whether they're singles or home runs. When you subtract batting average from slugging percentage, you're left with a number that shows how much of a player's hitting comes from hitting 4 extra bases. Extra base hits are hits that go beyond just a single. They include doubles, triples, and home runs. These hits are more valuable because they help move runners further and score more runs. ISO rewards players who hit these extra bases because it emphasizes their power. For example, a player who hits many singles but few doubles or home runs will have a low ISO, even if they hit a lot of times. On the other hand, a player who hits fewer times but hits 4 extra bases often will have a higher ISO. The formula for ISO makes it clear how much extra base hitting matters. It can be written as slugging percentage minus batting average, or as the total of doubles, triples, and home runs divided by at-bats. Each extra base hit is weighted based on how many bases it gains beyond a single. A double counts as 1 extra base, a triple as 2, and a home run as 3. This weighting shows how much more valuable each type of hit is compared to a single. Looking at players from the past and present, ISO helps compare hitters who might have similar batting averages but different power levels. For example, 2 players might both hit 300, but if one hits mostly singles and the other hits a mix of doubles, triples, and home runs, the second player will have a higher ISO. This makes ISO a good way to spot players with real power, not just good batting averages. In real game terms, a high ISO often means a player can change the game with one swing. Power hitters with high ISO scores tend to drive in more runs and are more dangerous in the lineup. Throughout baseball history, players known for their power like Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, and Aaron Judge have all posted high ISO numbers. This shows their ability to deliver those game-changing extra base hits. ISO doesn't adjust for ballpark effects, so it's good to keep in mind that some stadiums favor hitters more than others. Still, over time, ISO remains a simple and effective way to measure a player's power hitting ability. So, extra base hits are key to ISO because the stat is built around measuring how much a player's power contributes to their overall hitting. It highlights their ability to hit 4 extra bases, which often leads to more runs and bigger offensive impacts. That's why ISO is such a helpful tool for understanding and comparing the power of hitters across different eras and teams.